Hello everybody.
Today? We're looking fresh-faced.
Fresh-faced and pure
and
for the tube.
It's genuinely like the morning.
Yeah,
so like we're actually like ready for the day, like getting ready for the day.
So today we are doing an updated everyday makeup tutorial.
Now you know we basically do the same things for our faces whether we're going for lunch or we're going on a night out. Like there is no in between apart from maybe like one
a bit more
eyeshadow
and that's kind of about it.
But I know we did an everyday makeup routine. Maybe Sophia, maybe that was like a good 6 months ago.
Yeah, we have done an everyday makeup routine before. However, you guys were asking for an updated one.
And we do have new bits.
We have a few new bits. A lot of it, I'm going to warn you, is still the same product.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. So if you're expecting a whole new range, that's not going to happen. But there are some new key pieces which we do really love.
Actually, we've changed up the foundation.
New highlighter.
Bronzer, highlighter, brow. Actually, yeah, so maybe a bit.
Okay.
So, let's hop in. We've already moisturised. Already moisturised.
Already cleaned our face.
This is my new fave. I'm preferring this shape now. This Real Techniques diamond one for some reason. I don't. Maybe it's just because my other beauty blenders have like
deteriorated.
But I'm enjoying this flat end. Does it look how big it is? It does it so quick.
That looks quite satisfying.
Yeah, it really is, and it's quite a nice squidge.
Yeah.
So, are you going in with professional?
I am going.
I'm going in with professional.
I've just got to find my professional first.
Well, you can just have a squidge of mine.
Oh, there it is. So we always prime with professional.
I just like this because it's a bit more mattifying. And we don't have the biggest pores, but I do feel like it blurs.
It does blur.
It does blur.
It definitely blurs.
And when I forget to do it, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I can really tell.
Me too.
Like, not so much from far away, but you know when you're doing your makeup close up in the mirror, I find that I can really tell if I've got this on or not.
Yeah, me too. It really does blur. And this just on its own just makes your skin look really quite smooth.
It does. Like, you could literally just wear this. What I've done before is, say if I was just going to like my boyfriend's house or something, I'd just put this on, bit of concealer and bronzer, and it's absolutely fine. It really does help to blur you out.
I mean, I would like to try... Oh,
I'll get that later. I've lost the lid.
I would like to try some other primers, but I don't know which. Like, so if any of you have any genuine recommendations...
I know Benefit do other variations of professional.
Like we need like a mattifying one. I feel like that's the kind of shit we need. Because you know some are like glowy and like dewy and like...
We don't want that.
No, I feel like we
want
need like...
primer to matte. I'm gonna do a bit of conceal.
Me too.
With the classic...
Lasting Perfection Collection Concealer. And and I have shade Lemon for this. But
and I have shade Fair. They're both number one, but one's called Lemon and one's called Fair.
You should know by now that we do this. We conceal
before we do our foundation.
Honestly,
I really feel this step. I know some people, I've seen like makeup artists be like, why do you conceal? Like, there's no point. Like, you just run when you put your foundation, apparently you just move all the concealer around underneath.
I don't believe that.
But for me, like, you have to do it because it evens you out before you put your foundation on. It probably, like, for me, it's a key step.
And especially if your foundation isn't full coverage, then it really just helps. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't even know how we got into this.
I guess if you do have a really full coverage foundation, this step probably wouldn't be as necessary. Yeah. But we use more lightweight ones, so this does really make the difference. This is literally from Boots. We always talk about this. Well, not so much recently, but we have done.
It's like $3.99, $4.99 now.
It's really good. I really recommend it. And they also do, if you like cream contouring, they also do they do lots of shades. They are all concealers, but if you are like our skin tone, you can pick up one of the darker ones and have like a cream contour situation going on.
I used to do that. If you're a cream contour fan, we are both now on the Nars Sheer Glow hype. Like, seriously, it's freaking fab.
And we use the shade Barcelona. And also, we actually did recently buy the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation.
However, quick review.
However, yeah, quick review. We got shade 6.5. We treated ourselves at the airport. However, I feel as though, to be honest, Nars is, not that Nars is drugstore, but Nars is the cheaper version of this. Like, they're essentially the same.
This is definitely less coverage.
Is ultra light coverage. Like, if you're looking for coverage, don't spend money on this, because it's literally like, it doesn't really give you any coverage at all.
Just gives you a bit of a cover.
Gives you a beautiful colour. Like, you know, if you put like if you set it with a powder foundation, like, you are fine, but it does not give you much coverage at all. But then, having said that, it's gonna be beautiful for summer. Yeah, beautiful on holiday. It's just like a nice evening tint.
However, this is like much more, this is a medium to full coverage, I'd say.
Do you think?
Yeah, because it's pretty, yeah.
I'd say light to medium, depending how much you put on.
That's true, you can build it up. But like compared to the Huda Beauty one, Huda Beauty is literally, it's full.
Really?
It's literally, it will cover anything, and it's so thick. And
see,
like,
I really want to get that.
I think
but
you
like,
should.
I want that as like my night out foundation.
Yeah, that's what
I
use it
like
for.
Nars sheer glow, like, it's not a night out foundation.
Like, you're not going to use the Huda Beauty in the day because it's so thick and the coverage is like insane.
Yeah,
but it's beautiful.
But great for nights out.
Yeah, I do think you need it.
Righty. Okay, so foundation is on, and now we're going back in with the concealer.
I've got Fair number 1 this time,
and we're doing the under eyes.
I do like a lot of concealer.
Yeah, me too. This just really helps brighten the face.
I couldn't not imagine
and just gives
concealer.
you a bit of dimension back, especially when you do use a slightly darker foundation. If you're trying to match fake tan.
Because I'm not fake tanned right now, so you might see that my hand is very pale.
And my neck probably isn't the same colour. Because we're not tanning because we're going on holiday on Friday.
But usually we match.
Yeah. Don't know what we did before beauty blenders.
No. I mean, I remember I used to get like the Real Techniques brushes, but I just can't work with brushes. I feel like they just move it around.
I feel like with brushes, I just get brush strokes in my foundation. Like, I just can't seem to get it to all blend together.
No. Whereas this, you just pat it and it just melts into the skin. We're going on holiday on Friday. We have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to get a taxi. 3:30.
I'm not sure whether I'm gonna go to sleep or not.
I don't think I am.
I think I might actually. I might just see how I feel actually. Yeah. I'm not sure, because I guess if I did stay up, I would be dead out in the taxi. But then can I stay up? Like, I don't know. I'm not a late night person.
Yeah. So you go to bed quite early, don't you?
Yeah.
So if I normally go to bed at about 12, 3:30.
3 more hours.
It's not really that much, is it?
Okay. So next we're gonna set that concealer with the good old number 7 translucent powder.
This is a great one.
Classic, and I recommend this to everyone.
And it's not expensive.
It's about £10.
And it lasts you a lifetime. It really does last you a long time.
It does.
Like, I haven't bought one in ages, actually.
Yeah, neither have I.
It feels like ages. Then we like to pack it under a bit, and then I like to pop it around my smile lines.
Yeah. Smile lines are the worst.
Oh, they just come on no matter what you do, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Round the chin, all round there. We look a bit crazy. And then I like to put a bit on the forehead, even though I didn't highlight there. And then I like to just pat that in for a bit. Just patting it in. And then
so this is essentially like baking, but you don't brush it off.
Yes.
You just pat it into the skin.
But then I feel like if we didn't have this next step, like that, the Kiko powder, then it would still look quite crazy because it would look quite white. Yeah, so if you just pat that in, try not to get any creases. Yeah, make sure you've got no creases on your under eyes before you do that. Because otherwise you're just going to set the creases in. And then we both use the Kiko, I'm getting the actual name of this, Kiko Weightless Perfection in the shade WR90. WR90, this is a beautiful tan shade. This is just like a powder foundation, and this just helps just to set everything in place, and it gives you a bit more coverage, especially since we used a lighter foundation. This is great. I couldn't imagine not using this. Me neither. And this is great even if you could just wear this on holiday by itself. Yeah. Concealer, this, no need for the actual foundation. Yeah. And it essentially gives you the same look if you put enough on, to be honest. It does, genuinely. Just a bit more matte. It's got so much coverage, it's pretty insane. Yeah.
now the skin is completo. What are you moving on to? Brows?
I am going to do my brows.
Okay, I'm going to move on to bronzer. So this is where this tutorial could get slightly confusing.
So I am now using, I used to use this little palette from Collection, which was fantastic. But I now use this Urban Decay brow box, and it's the cutest little thing. And it's got 2 powders there. I've never used this like waxy thing, but it also came with, there's like 2 compartments, look. And then in this bottom compartment, there was like tweezers, a little brush. And
wow,
like a little
oh yeah, I remember that. I actually liked using that as well if I felt like doing brows.
So I just take this angled, any kind of angled, don't even know where this is from. And then I just fill them in. I just fill them in.
And then I'm going to move on to bronzer. So I'm using the good old Glam Bronze L'Oreal.
You can't buy it anymore, but...
You can.
Oh.
People have been messaging me saying it's still available in Superdrug and stuff.
Oh, really?
And this is the number, this is 02. It's called La Terra Sun Powder Face and Body 02.
It's the best.
And this is the best bronzer of all time. And I just use this Real Techniques brush. To be honest, it's not the best bronzing brush, but it's the only one I've got. So, yeah, I do need to get a new one, but I just haven't got around to it. So I just put this on the cheeks.
I can do my brows pretty quick these days.
And then can you?
Yeah.
You used to take you a long time.
But I've already done that brow.
And then I just circle this up onto my forehead at the top. Go to the sides.
Bring that body my way.
And then just a bit down the nose. Just
there is a big difference.
A little bit sun-kissed.
Look at the difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic bronzer. I really hope, because people have been sending me, oh actually a girl told me she went to Spain on holiday and she bought like 4 because there was loads. Yeah. But alternatives to this,
I've heard apparently MAC give me sun.
I was going to say that, but I'm just thinking it's not drugstore, is
not,
it?
but that's
but I've heard really good things about that as well.
When we were like crying about it being discontinued, everyone was saying that.
They were.
Everyone.
I'm sure, I remember Shani Grimman used to use that back in the day. Whether she still does, I don't know, but I always remember watching her makeup and she was like, Matt, give me some.
I totally know that name, like, yeah. I've defo seen people use that.
But this is a beautiful bronzer. This literally, say if you've got like if you do fake tan, you haven't fake tanned. If you've got like a top which has your neck out and like your shoulders and your chest,
but this bronzer,
put your bronzer on and it literally is like fake tan. Like you literally look bronzed. Like there've been videos where I've done that and people were like, oh, what bronzer are you, what fake tan have you got on? And I was like, it's actually just bronzer on the chest.
It's
like
so pigmented,
so good.
You know, there's some bronzers that you can't, I feel like the bourgeois chocolate bronzer, I feel like I can't get any pigment out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting it on, I'm like, where is it? Like, but
this is so pigmented and it's a beautiful tanned shade. It's a lovely, like, it's kind of orangey, but in like a really good way. I bought Nars Laguna.
Yes.
Now,
do you use it?
To be honest, I don't think I'd recommend it for a bronzer.
I'm just putting this on my eyes, the bronzer on my eyes.
Comparison, that's way more. This is browny,
cool tones,
darker.
This is warm, is that correct? So
yeah.
this is more for like
contour,
chisel.
So I would recommend this if you're going to use it for contour, but don't get it for a bronzer because it really didn't work for me and I didn't find it was that pigmented.
It's not at all.
Like I was putting it on, I was like, bloody hell, like where is it? I think on the eye I might do that as well, but we have got this Huda Beauty palette. So
I'd say more for nighttime. Like if I wanted a bit more intense, I would just go to this shade here, whatever it is, it's essentially the bronzer just amplified.
Yeah.
But for a more daytime, I will still use the bronzer.
But this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette, which we have been using. It's the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsession.
If anyone is like a newbie to eyeshadow, this is literally, you need, like, I'm literally telling you to get
that
it.
one there and the top one there are like the two I use the most.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I'm going on a night out, I might just put that orange one. It's just a bit more intense than this.
But like a bit of the gold. This is a great like shade for there. These two to like deepen it up.
So I would recommend that eyeshadow palette. But just for every day, we just go in with the same bronzer.
Now I'm just getting a little, what are these little ones called? Little shading brush.
Oh.
Under.
Yes. That's a beautiful step. That really can transform.
It does make your eyes.
If you have got like greeny, bluey eyes, it really helps bring out the colour in them.
I think this is why we like these colours on our eyes, because it brings out the green.
It really doesn't take us that long to do our makeup.
Honestly, when I'm on my own, like I've literally done my makeup in 10 minutes before and I've had to rush. When I'm like literally under such time constraints.
But I guess it's because like we don't really use like eyeliner, false lashes, because I feel like that can really take a lot of time.
Because this is like my favourite bronzer brush. It's literally the most random, don't even know where it's from. But with my bronzer, I'm just gonna do the cheeks, all over the forehead, right at the back of the hairline.
This is a beautiful colour.
It
I
is,
wonder what like 01 and 03 are like in this bronzer. I wonder what the difference is.
I know.
Like, are they darker? Like, what's... God, this lighting is going all over the place with the sun.
I know. So next up is our new favorite. I think this is my favourite thing in my whole makeup collection like ever. It's the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade... What shade? Where does it say the shades that this is?
Well, this...
Here we go. Well, this is the one where it says... Where it's got Barbados, Maldives,
Aruba and Bora Bora.
Oh my god, this highlight, if we have a highlight on, it's
Maldives.
Look, I've already hit pan.
Barbados is a cream, so that's like really nice. Say if you didn't have like much of a base on, you were in the sun, you just pop that on, or just on the collarbones. It's beautiful.
So I just like to take...
I'm just going to put a bit of Bora Bora, which is the pink one.
Me
just
too.
A flash on the cheeks.
It's just beautiful. I don't know. And I like to put a bit on my nose, like whatever's excess.
Not much.
Stunning. And then everyone was asking me what my highlight brush is. Everyone, go get this. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills in A23. It's freaking insane.
And I just use this one from MAC. I'm not sure what it is. I've had it for years, but it just works well for me.
It just puts your highlight on like a dream. Look at that. I mean...
I like this one because it kind of makes it a bit thicker and a bit more, less of like a sharp pigmented line. It kind of blurs it out a bit, and that's just the look that I like. Yeah, because remember when we went
through the stage of using like a little eyeshadow brush? Yeah. And it just didn't... It
doesn't like blend in as well. I feel like this type of brush just makes it look...
The fluffier the brush, the better, I feel like. Yeah. Because it looks less fake. And then I like to do the tip of my nose.
Bit of the nose.
I also like to do the Cupid's bow now. I never used to do that.
I also just drag a bit of this very like roughly just under my
me too.
Eyebrow
also,
bit, just on the brow bone.
Was a bit on my chin. And it was actually really nice.
Whoa, look at that upper lip.
I know. Paw. I also like to do a bit like in there, like what do you call that?
And I just dot a bit on just the temples, quite, you
down
know,
the tip
roughly.
Of my nose. And then when these highlights are on flash, now we've only got a few more steps, you see.
I know. I just brush my eyebrows out. I don't know why I do this at this stage, but it's just when it calls me. And this is just a Morphe one, actually. Oh, I just brushed them out, that's it. Benefit we actually got given by House CB 24-hour brow. I haven't used it yet.
Should we try it?
That's what I was going to say.
Well, look, I used this the other day, the Bad Gal Bang Benefit. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Have you used this?
I brought that with me as well to try it.
It's really nice. So this is like what I'm using now, but otherwise I'll be using the Collection Lash Surge.
Can I try this?
Oh yeah, can I try some?
Yeah. Nice upstairs. It's just like a spoolie with just a bit of...
Just to set them. Oh, very nice.
I'm not sure, but I quite like that it's clear
and not giving you, because you don't like much colour in your brows.
No,
at all. But yeah, look how cool this is, like a bullet. Sorry,
I actually like that. I actually really like that.
Yeah, look at that.
So that's the Benefit. Wow, that's the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and it's a 24-hour invisible shaping and setting gel for brows. I actually quite like that. I think I should be using that in my routine.
Oh, I reckon you needed something like that.
Yeah, that actually works quite well for me. Okay, so mascara, there's actually a few options here, for me anyway. So, a go-to is Collection Lash Surge, which we've used for a long, long time. And
it's literally like £3 as well.
This is really good. And then we got sent a box of L'Oreal stuff, and this is obviously more of a high-end option. This is a Giorgio Armani mascara in the shade Eccentrico one. And this, I mean, I wouldn't buy it myself, but it's a fantastic mascara. It's really, really, really good. Obviously, if you want to treat yourself, this is probably more of an option, but I imagine it's really expensive. So, but it is really good if you were thinking about getting it, I don't know. And then, yeah, L'Oreal sent us, well, House of CB gave us the Bag Gal, the new Benefit one.
And it's great. I've used it once and I'm a huge fan.
I might try this today because I haven't actually tried this.
The brush is like really thin and it's got little spikes.
Wow. But for a drugstore option, we had to delete it. So what we were saying is the collection one is a fantastic mascara, a great drugstore
if you want to try a new, just literally get it.
But this is amazing. I'm really actually enjoying this. The new Benefit one.
It's
actually my new favourite. This is better than the Giorgio Armani one, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
This like stick. What's
it's the brush. And it's really black. I don't know. It's really great.
It's really like thin. And like
it brushes through each lash really well. Okay, now under eye mascara, just a little. The bottom lashes, something we never really used to do actually. I'm not sure if we did this in our now I can't.
I've got mascara on my eyelid. Great.
Uh-oh. But now we can't go without it.
Really makes a difference. Okay, so then once Cinzia's done that, last step is lips, am I correct?
Literally lips, and then we're out the door.
Okay, so lips. Obviously there's a lot of combinations for lips, but
we have different variants. I think actually my lip combo is actually in my bag upstairs.
Where's my gloss?
This is my favourite lip balm at the moment, these balmy ones.
Yeah, me too.
They're freaking so hydrating, they're like gorge.
Right, so I'm just gonna balm.
I haven't got that. So, honestly, there are a lot of variations we do for lips. Some days we might have the Rimmel 03 on. We're a fan of that now.
Yeah, which is the lipstick.
Or this one is like one of my personal faves, the Kiko Velvet Passion Matte Lipstick in 301. This is glorious.
I think my like everyday go-to and what I normally have on is this NYX liner, which is in the shade Natural, and I literally put this like on the edges and then like blur it into my actual lip, and then just put this gloss on top, which is the Kiko 3D Hydro Gloss in 02.
To be honest,
that's normally what I do, and sometimes if I want that to look a bit darker, I'll just put this liner all over the lip as opposed to just putting it on the, you know, edges and like blurring it in, so you can get a different look with the same.
To be honest, I just go in with this most of the time, just on its own, not even liner, and just like, because it's got a bit of a sharp edge to like line the lips.
A great tip for a natural lip is literally like putting Vaseline or like a balm on your lips and just putting like a bit of lip liner on and then just blurring it all together.
Oh yeah.
And it makes for a really nice lip. I do that
lip liner and lip balm.
Like, don't put lip liner on like dry lips because I find it just sticks and you can't move it.
Yeah.
Well, for me anyway, I don't like it.
It gathers. Okay.
Then I just tap that out a bit.
A nice combination though is this with the Rimmel 03. That looks really nice on top of this. It's like a bit more creamy.
Then just a swoosh of gloss.
I don't really wear gloss these days. I've not worn gloss in
I find it really just makes me feel complete. I'm like, okay, my makeup's done now. Ooh. And that's me completo.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so hopefully that was informative. I hope you learnt what you wanted to learn from this.
I do. And just know,
we'll put the products in the description.
Yeah. If it's a night out, we just have more eyeshadow on.
Basically.
Literally.
And the lip, and maybe a bit more bronzer, like a bit of a deeper contour. We might set under here, but that's literally it. That's
literally all that's to it. And this, honestly, I'm so proud of us for honing this.
We've really...
these products. I feel like actually we have quite a good, we have some good products.
We do, we do.
That we've discovered ourselves.
Yeah.
But I have never ever seen anyone use this.
No, I haven't actually.
When did we buy this?
When
was the first time we bought this? We're like, yeah, this is
it. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm happy for us. Yeah, I'm happy for us. I think we've done really well. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was somewhat informative. It was quite similar to the last one, but we aren't very experimental in that makeup department.
But we'll put updated
Because there are a few things.
Yeah, definitely.
So thanks so much for watching. We love you lots. We hope you like these, and if you
very soon.
try any of them out, please let us know.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. Love ya.
Bye.